guys played with such a big target on your back all year. Have you developed a message this week that maybe that target's now smaller and that you guys can play with certain freedom that you haven't played with before?
I think we're much more relaxed since we won the Sweet 16 game. And, we haven't talked about it a lot, but I think the guys know that Kansas is the #1 seed in the whole tournament, and that they're probably favored to win the game. So we'll probably be a little more relaxed.
Well, Bill Self was, I guess, an assistant when you were a player for a year. What do you remember about him then and now?
Well, I remember playing against Bill back in the day, and he was a good player. So I think Bill was an assistant on our Final Four team in '85, '86. So back then, there was separation. Your players, your coaches, but you knew when you were around Bill, he was going to be a great coach. I had a great feel. Could relate to people. You just knew it. So he was just always and he still is. He's just a great guy. So he was fun to be around. And nothing surprising me with what he's doing with his career.
That first recruiting class you were in with Larry, that was sort of the start of this last era of Kansas. For whatever your part was in it, but I mean that some pride in that recruiting class being Larry's start.
Yeah, I think the first class was me, Pipe, and Cedric Hunter, so it wasn't 3 superstars. Now, we all had pretty good careers. Cedric was terrific. Pipe was a starter on the national championship team. I think Cedric was the all-time assist leader when he left. So, and I played in a lot of games. I think I played in the most games in Kansas history when I left, so it was a good class. But then we signed this guy named Danny Manning the next year, and that kind of changed everything. So, that's the way Kansas basketball should be. Expect to win, expect to have great players, and so I'm just glad I was a part of that period where we kind of rebuilt. It was a long time between Final Fours. When I got there, 12, 13 years. So it was great to be a part of that. I'm at a special place.
Sure.
Maryland's a great place for basketball. We won a national championship. We've been to a Final Four. We've had 59 guys drafted in the NBA. So we got a lot of good players now. That's why I took the job. We think we can be as good as anybody in college basketball, and we're trying to prove that this year. So it's a tremendous place, great job. I've been very fortunate. Larry Brown, Roy Williams, Ben Mesky, my high school coach, my dad. I've been around great people that have helped get me where I am today. So we're just trying to win at the highest level.
Yeah, more in terms of philosophy then.
Oh yeah,
as your style and those types of things.
I learned a lot from those guys. All 4 of those guys I just mentioned have a big impact on the way that I try to coach.
Thank you, everybody.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you, Coach.
guys.